You know, I think leading leaders can be incredibly hard and incredibly draining. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 quick tips in how you can invest in your leaders today. So keep watching. Hi again, my name is Luke and I'm here from the NextGen Hub, a place where our passion is to empower, to equip and encourage you, the next gen leader. Now, I have 2 Bible college degrees. I've gone through Bible college for about 6-7 years, and I learnt systematic theology, I learnt exegesis, I learnt hermeneutics, but one thing I never learnt was how to lead leaders. And these are lessons that I've learnt the hard way over a period of time. Now, the hard thing about leading leaders is that you have different personalities as part of your team. Some are more introverted, some are more extroverted, some come with baggage, some come with their own experiences that you might not actually know about. So one thing I want to do in this video is show you how you can best lead your leaders today. If you're watching this here, maybe your leaders are burning out. Maybe you're seeing your leaders start to lose passion, lose interest, show up late. Maybe they're talking about you, maybe they're talking about the program. But basically, we want our leaders to become inspired again. We want them to catch the vision. So keep listening to these 5 tips and hopefully they help you. As a leader of leaders, it's your role to see your leaders not burn out, to see your leaders have a vigor and passion for what you're trying to do. So here I have 5 really quick tips in how you can invest in your leaders today. The first thing we can do to see our leaders really thrive in their roles is to separate the individual from their roles. And what I mean by this is, yes, they might be a youth leader or a kids ministry leader, but see them as people. Start using personalized language. Now you might think, I already do this, but you'd be surprised how often our leaders feel like they're there just to fill a gap. So use them by name, tell them how much you appreciate them, and start personalizing the individual today. The second thing you could do as a leader of leaders is to invest in the leader outside your mandate. Now what I mean by this is we could all invest in our leaders inside the church or even in our monthly catch-up. But I want you to invest in them as people through the week where you don't really have to. I don't know about you, but as a leader of leaders, I expect my leaders to invest in their few or their small group in their sporting events. We expect them to go to see them in hospital. We expect them to go to graduation ceremonies and all the rest of it. So we need to lead by example. We need to show our leaders how they need to do this. So a big part of this is to make sure that we are investing in our leaders outside our role. The third thing we can do is to reiterate the vision. Now, as we become so bogged down by program, so bogged down by scheduling, ourselves and even our leaders might actually forget the vision. So it's important that we always remember the why. I remember when I first became a volunteer youth leader, our youth pastor at the time actually made us as leaders memorize the vision. And the reason for this was that we never actually forgot why we were there. At my most recent job posting in a church, our vision was to see young people become passionate and unshakable followers of Jesus. And our youth leaders knew this. So we always bring it back to the vision, whether it's at a meeting, a debrief, or any opportunity we have to meet together. Always reiterate the vision. The fourth thing we can do is to be honest with our leaders, to make sure we call things that need to be called. Now, leaders don't always like this, but they appreciate the honesty. So one way you can invest in your leaders is to not always puff them up or not always blow smoke up them, but to make sure that they always know that you'll tell them the truth. A great example of this is I learnt this lesson in my first year of youth pastoring. I thought to myself, how can I really invest in my leaders? How can I encourage them really publicly? So what I did is I actually had a schedule where I encouraged each leader on their Facebook wall so everyone else would see it. So over the course of 15, 16 days, I encouraged one leader. Now this was okay, but some leaders felt that it was a bit condescending and a bit too forced. And you know what? They were probably right. But I think it's really important that we do encourage our leaders both through honesty and transparency, because that's where our leaders want us to lead. And number 5 is to give our leaders opportunities to grow and to thrive. Now, I'm talking more than just sending them through training or sending them to the Orange Conference. I'm actually talking things bigger than that. So what I do is I have a bit of a follow-up sheet. I have a training supervision sheet where I sit down with my leaders once a month and we go through it together. We ask the questions, where has God been working through your ministry? What areas do you feel that you are great at? And what areas do you want it to be further developed in? Because it's this ongoing encouragement and development that really keeps our leaders sharpened. A good leader is one who is never stagnant in their role. Just as I like to continue to grow and thrive in my role, we need to also offer that same privilege and those same opportunities to our leaders as well. So make sure we give opportunities where our leaders can grow in their role. So where are your leaders at right now? Which one of these 5 do you maybe need to do a little bit better? Could be 1, could be 2, could be all of them. But I really believe that our leaders help the program run, and our leaders help our young people flourish and grow in their faith. So it's really important that we influence the influencers in a very tangible and effective way. And we have to remember that most of our leaders, if not all of our leaders, are there in an unpaid capacity. So they could walk at any moment. And while we hope that they don't do that, the only reason our leaders are going to stay on board is if they feel that their time is worthwhile, that they feel that their efforts and their skills and their gifting are being utilized in a kingdom expanding way. So it's really crucial that we get this stuff down right. So there they are, guys. They're 5 really quick tips. You might have more. Put them below in the comments. Send them through to me. Our social media is right down here, so make sure you check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you subscribe. But guys, look, we'll see you next week, and God bless and have a good one. Good on you. Bye.